Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, this is AjK36 coming at you with some Tsukuyomi play. I'm going to call him Suku just because that is easier for me. So, Suku is an assassin. He's brand new as of this past Tuesday. He is amazing. I love him so far. This is actually my first gameplay of him in the jungle. The first game I played with him was in the solo, unfortunately. However, I was a nice guy. I left him blank for a little bit before I picked him in the solo. My jungler was actually my friend who's playing Ymir this game, and he didn't want to play him. So I was just like, alright, I'm going to play him in solo lane because I'm excited about this guy. He seems like my play style. He is very aggressive. He has a lot of abilities that allow him to do a lot of damage very fast. Let's run through his abilities real quick, and then we'll jump into this gameplay. Unfortunately, there is a little part of the gameplay that is missing, and that is the audio. I was in voice comms with the Ymir of this game, and it does unfortunately hinder the background noise. So, hopefully you are fine with my voice. If not, I'm sorry. So, his abilities. His passive is his left and his right do separate things. So his left ability, or his left auto attack, does extra damage and heals him. His right arm does a slashing or like an AoE auto attack, and then it also gives him back mana. His one is a ninja star or a shuriken that you throw out. It does damage in an AoE to minions, or if it lands on an enemy god, it sticks there. You can then pick up the ninja star, and then it'll reduce the cooldown of that ability. And then he also gains a ranged auto attack that steals movement speed from the enemy, which is really cool. So you can throw it out, pick it back up, slow down the enemy, and then just stick to him while you're doing auto attacks to him. It's really cool. His sustain is amazing. His 2 is a channeling slashing attack. He slashes left, right, and then middle. His middle attack then stuns and does more damage than the left and the right. His 3, he throws down some traps on the floor that slow enemies and deal damage, and then he also gains another ranged attack that does true damage. So he does quite a bit of damage, and you'll see in this gameplay a couple of times where that true damage really just does stick out because it goes straight through their protections into their health, and it is fantastic. His ultimate, he throws out a bunch of stars. If they land on an enemy god, he then at the end of channeling the stars does a ton of damage. He teleports to them doing a slashing moves, and then the last person to get a star, he lands in front of them. So he is really fantastic. The one thing he is missing is an escape, which is unfortunate. However, if you kill him, you don't need an escape. Same goes for beads. You don't need beads if you kill him fast enough. So, you'll see that I start off with my Assassin's Blessing and my Tier 1 Jotuns. I don't think I grabbed Jotuns at the beginning of this one. I do grab a Crusher. You want to finish off with Shoes. Warrior Blessing is the best because you want that extra power. I do go for Blink just because that allows me to be the most aggressive playstyle I can be. So yeah, so starting off, I mean, this god is crazy. He has almost everything in his kit that you would want. He has a stun, he has an initiate, he has a slow, he has pretty short cooldown, especially once he grabs his cooldown. Like once he goes full cooldown, it's pretty insane. And I mean, I think the best thing about him is he has a ton of sustain. He is able to kind of just thrive in the jungle more than any other god could, just because he's able to sustain mana and health, which is really nice. And he's able to go into lanes and continue that sustain, whereas other gods can only really do that in the jungle. So, a great thing about him is he has one core play style to a degree, but you can really use him. Like, I know a lot of like carry mains, like hunter mains, have a hard time playing assassins, and this god just doesn't have that feel. They doesn't have the feel of a hunter. And this god, when you use him correctly, if you want to use him in that direction, you're able to just pick out the feel of a hunter if you really wanted to go in that route. He does have a very similar feel if you were to compare him to a hunter as Hachiman. I enjoy Hachiman quite a bit, and this god has a very similar feel to it. He's kind of difficult to master, but once you get that, you're going to be able to put it into use. You're going to be able to initiate fights more than you are going to have to run away, because you're going to constantly be looking for the fight. And yeah, so I enjoy him. I think I'm going to try and true diamond him. I just got my 40th diamond. Care Bear's excited. I did just get my 40th diamond a few days ago in this last double XP weekend for the lazy weekend. But I think I want to get him without any double or triple worshippers. I do that for the gods that I really do like playing, because once I get a god diamond, I want to try and move on to the next god to get diamond, and if I get to play him more often, then that's nice to me. There are a lot of gods though that I play past diamond, just because they're a lot of fun. I like the kits that they have, and they fit my playstyle, so he'll probably be one of those. I know Heimdall I did for the most part true. I know they nerfed him a lot, so I'm kind of scared that's going to happen with Suku, but hopefully it doesn't. Actually, my friend said that he's not broken, and I kind of agree with him. I know that Hi-Rez likes to release a lot of gods, like where they're really highly buffed, and then slowly nerf them as people learn them. But he doesn't feel overly overpowered. He does feel strong, and I think a lot of people have to get used to playing him. But at the same time, I think there are counters to him. I think that there's a good amount of gods that can actually play against him well. And so I think he's in a pretty good spot at the start of this. So I think it's only good things from him from now on. And I don't think they'll have to actually touch him too bad, which is a nice thing. Hi-Rez, I mean, they've had their fair share of god releases where it's just like unplayable after that until they nerfed them, such as like Erling or Susan. If you were around for those ones, you know. But it doesn't feel like that with this god so far. Um, don't get me wrong, he's strong. He's very strong, and if you have that play style where you just want to fight, then he's going to be there for you. But I don't think he is overly, and that's the positive part about it. So, I mean, looking at this game right now, I did just drop a triple kill as my start to the game, which is super nice. I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm enjoying him. You will see that he does have an initiation with his ultimate. However, if you can use that blink or like an element of surprise to initiate over actually ulting right away, you'll find that his ultimate can be really good. Just to like end a fight. I've dropped a couple 20 games or 20 plus kill games already with him. I didn't drop that one just because I don't know if I recorded it, which is unfortunate. Um, but the bigger thing is I really wanted to get the first feel out for him. He and I mean it's nothing but positivity from me. Like I said, the only negative thing I really feel from him at this point is the fact that he doesn't have an escape. Um, Kind of hard to initiate with him, but at the same time, um, just because you have to be sure, and that's the thing I think most people are gonna have to learn with him is a lot of gods that do have a good initiate also have a way of escaping. So like if you're talking about Hun bats, like you blink in and then you're able to jump out after you do all your damage. You don't have to stay in the fight. If you blink in with Suku, you're going to have to stay in that fight. And I think that's going to be a hard thing to transition for some people. I do like Pele as well, which has kind of that similar feel. She can jump in, do a lot of damage, and you want to use her ulti to initiate. You don't want to use it to run away. She has a similar feel as he does. So I think with Suku and Pele, I think they have a very similar playstyle. Whereas with like other gods, where they are able to jump in, do all their damage, and then jump out. And I think that's a hard playstyle for people to learn. But at the same time, it is definitely a playstyle that is nice to learn. Just because there are a lot of gods that don't have escapes, and you need to learn how to play with them. Sometimes. They're not always meta. I think he's going to be meta though. I think a lot of these superstar SPL teams are going to want to pick him up just because he's flashy, and I think that's what a lot of these SPL teams like. They like the flash of certain gods. That's why Susan's still pretty popular. He he's just good at making things look clean. If you can land an ultimate with Suko and hit 3 different gods with multiple stars and just end up deleting them and getting a triple kill in that manner, it is so rewarding. And I think with these SPL teams, with their junglers, it's going to be really cool. I need to catch back up on SPL. I know we're in the second split, so that should be exciting to watch. I'll probably start watching it once Suku's back in the mix, though, or starts to be in the mix, because I think he really is going to be one of the junglers that is going to hit the scene hard. And if they do nerf him hard, it'll be because of the SPL. It won't be because of non-pro Smite. I think it'll be because of Smite pros that make him look broken. So we're 11 minutes in. I'm 7-0 at the moment. Spoiler alert: we do win in 12 minutes. So the end of the game is coming up. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want a bigger tutorial on Tsuko, I'll be glad to put it up. This god is crazy. This gameplay doesn't really show the best of him. Because like I said, I am learning him still in this gameplay. I do end up popping off a lot more. He he ends up ulting towards me on that one, but only landing one of the stars, so he ends up killing himself. That was pretty funny. Um, but yeah, so if you guys are looking for a tutorial on him, I'll be glad to put one together. This guy is so much fun. If you guys haven't tried him out, or if he's not your playstyle, I completely understand it. Not all gods are, but I mean, I'd give him a shot. Just make sure to understand his playstyle. Just understand that you're not going to be able to play him like other assassins. You are going to have to be a little bit careful. You're going to have to understand that you might die, or you have to jump in on the right locations. But that's the end of the game right there. I went 8-0, 2 assists. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please leave a like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment and tell us what you guys liked or didn't like. We'd love to hear your feedback to improve our content for you. Also, don't forget to send us your gameplay videos to levelupgamingcenteraz.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and other social medias via the link tree in the description. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to ring that bell, and we'll see you next time. Bye!